The lack of friends isn't out of failure, it's a warning sign of inner growth. Stoicism. Part 1. Soft hook and awakening call. Why has your life grown so quiet? And why does that quietness hurt? There are mornings when you wake up and stare at a blank phone screen. No messages, no notifications, no one reaching out. There are nights when you lie down, turn on a small bedside light, and the only sound you hear is the slow rhythm of your own breathing. No laughter, no voices, no one reminding you that you still exist in this vast, swirling world. You've asked yourself, am I doing something wrong? Am I falling behind? Has everyone else been chosen except me? It feels like standing in the middle of a crowded city and yet being nothing more than a shadow. You watch people gather, you watch their conversations flow endlessly, and then you turn back to the silence surrounding you. A silence so thick it feels as if someone drained all the colors from your life. But maybe it's not life abandoning you. Maybe it's you shedding an older version of yourself. When you have fewer friends, when your social circle shrinks, your ego begins to panic. The ego wants to be seen, to be validated, to belong. It whispers, if no one needs me, do I have any worth? And you believe it. You start to think quietness is proof of failure. You think an unsent message means you're invisible. But the truth is far deeper. There are seasons in life when the universe deliberately lowers the volume so you can finally hear yourself. There are phases when life removes the crowd, so you won't be distracted from the path you're meant to walk. There are moments when silence isn't emptiness, but an invitation inward. An invitation to revisit the tired corners of your soul. An invitation to rediscover the essence that noise has smothered for years. The times you feel the most alone are often the times your soul is speaking the loudest. Imagine a lake at night. When the wind rises, the surface shatters into ripples that distort everything. But when the wind settles, when the water becomes still, the sky appears perfectly. The stars, the moon, the reflection of the entire universe imprint themselves onto that calm surface. The stillness in your life works the same way. When noise disappears, truth begins to shine. Maybe you no longer belong to the groups you once fit in because your soul no longer vibrates at the same depth. Maybe you struggle with shallow conversations because your mind has grown deeper. Maybe you're no longer invited to gatherings because you've entered a new cycle of your life. Not everyone can walk with you through growth. Not everyone can understand your silence. Those who slip away are not proof of your inadequacy, but proof of your transformation. You think you're being left behind. But in truth, you're being guided into a new landscape, one where noise cannot enter, where only you and the rising version of yourself can exist. Your life is quiet because your inner world is expanding. You have fewer friends because your frequency has shifted. You feel lost because you're no longer who you used to be. Look into the darkness of your room at night. It is not an enemy. It is a space where even the smallest light can shine. Your solitude is the same. It is not a curse. It is the birthplace of strong souls, the place where the old self dissolves so a new self may rise, quieter, deeper, truer. So ask yourself this: what if having fewer friends is not a sign of failure, but a sign that you are becoming someone new? Someone the old connections can no longer reach. Someone stepping into their own light, where only the right souls can find them. Take a deep breath in and release it slowly. This journey is only beginning, and the silence you hear is not an ending. It is a doorway. Now, step with me into the next part. Part 2. Stoic understanding and inner philosophy. There's a truth many avoid. The moments when you feel most lost are often the moments life brings you closest to your true nature. People believe their identity is shaped by how many relationships they have, how many voices surround them, how many circles they belong to. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. A person is defined by their ability to stand within themselves, without the crowd, without approval, without noise to distract them from their own emptiness. The lack of friends isn't always a void. Sometimes it is a mirror. A mirror held up to the deepest parts of your ego, where unspoken fears, quiet expectations, and unhealed wounds reside. When you dare to look into that mirror, the awakening begins. Layer 1. Seeing yourself in solitude. There are nights when you lie completely still, feeling as though the entire world has stepped out of your room and left you behind. The silence is so dense you can hear your heartbeat, yet no sign of connection echoes back. You try to stay busy, try to distract yourself, try not to drown in the thought that you are alone. But Stoicism says, being alone is not loneliness. Being alone is a fact. Loneliness is a reaction of the mind. You can stand amid a crowd and feel utterly lonely. You can sit in an empty room and feel completely whole. Loneliness isn't the lack of people. It is the lack of connection to yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you paint silence as failure, your mind will turn gray with sadness. But if you see silence as space for your soul to breathe, that space becomes a sanctuary. Imagine a great river. Near the surface, where the water is shallow, sunlight can touch the bottom, but nothing truly lives there except sand and drifting debris. Only when you venture into deeper waters, where light no longer reaches, do you find the strongest life, vast creatures, complex ecosystems, the secrets of the ocean. Deep souls cannot live in shallow waters. You don't struggle in shallow environments because you are wrong. You struggle because you are deep. And deep souls rarely find a place to belong easily. The lack of friends is sometimes just a sign that you are leaving the shallow banks and entering the deeper ocean of your life, where only souls like yours can swim. Layer 2. Self-mastery through silence and detachment. There are moments when you're at a crowded gathering, laughter everywhere, loud conversations, clinking glasses, and everyone thinks you're part of it. But deep inside, you know the truth. Your heart is not there. You're wearing a mask, maintaining a performance, growing exhausted from pretending everything feels aligned. There are times you force yourself to fit into a group, laughing at the right time, saying the right words, trying not to seem too different. And yet when you return home, you feel strangely drained. Not because of the conversation, but because you abandon parts of yourself just to belong. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish." When you grow inwardly, people will misunderstand. You become quieter, deeper, harder to read. You no longer resonate with noise, and it confuses them. But Stoicism sees silence as a gift. Silence is the training ground of the soul. When you sit still, when no one is there to talk to, when there is nowhere to run, you are forced to face yourself. You start seeing emotions that never had names. Old wounds stirring, the ego demanding love, validation, belonging. And then you learn to breathe through all of it. Those who fear being alone are those who have never truly met themselves. Those who can sit with themselves begin to tame their ego. Those who walk into silence without fear taste freedom. So when life becomes quiet, don't rush to fill the space with noise. Let the silence do its work. Because within that silence lies the voice of your soul, a voice that has been drowned out by crowds for far too long. Layer 3. Purity over quantity. Imagine two scenes. At one table, 20 people laugh loudly, exchanging stories they'll forget by morning. The noise is great, yet your heart remains untouched. No word truly reaches you. You smile, but you know you don't belong there. At another table, there are only two people, or perhaps just one. But every word is sincere. Every glance holds weight. Every silence feels safe. There, you don't need to perform. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to be yourself. Which table would you choose? Stoicism answers clearly. Quantity has never mattered more than quality. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make you better and those you can make better." Not everyone carries light. Not everyone carries depth. And not everyone is at a level of awareness capable of understanding you. So if you have few friends, don't see it as evidence of deficiency. See it as the natural filtration of the soul. Shallow connections fall away. False connections crumble. Rootless relationships dissolve. You don't fit into crowds because your soul doesn't match unripe souls. You don't connect with everyone because you were never meant for everyone. You don't have many friends because your energy is not meant for the masses. A mature soul doesn't need a large circle. It needs those who see with understanding, not judgment, who embrace without envy, who stand beside you without using you. If your life is quiet now, it is not emptiness. It is purity. Layer 4, the sacred timing of the right connections. Everything in life has its season. A season to bloom, a season to withdraw, a season to walk with others, and a season to walk alone. Relationships follow this rhythm. Those who leave are not losses. They are reminders that their season in your life has ended. Those who arrive later are not coincidences. They are part of a larger design. If you must hide your essence to be accepted, that is not connection. It is compromise. If you must dim your light to make others comfortable, you lose yourself and you blind those searching for the very light you carry. A lamp does not chase anyone. It stands still and shines, and those who need its light will find it. The lack of friends is not a sign you are being left behind. It is a sign you are shifting frequencies, moving to a higher plane where only mature souls can recognize you. When you are silent, when you are still, when you are truthful, you emit a kind of light only similar souls can perceive. The right connections, the right people, the right souls arrive in their season. So let the lack of friends stop being a fear. Let it become proof that you are entering a stage of inner rebirth. You no longer resonate with your past because you are no longer that version of yourself. You feel alone because life is renewing your soul circle. You feel quiet because you are preparing for a deeper frequency. You are becoming a version that only grown souls recognize. And this journey is only beginning. Now step with me into the next part, where awakening becomes a way of living. I confirm my role. I am your Vietnamese English translation assistant for Stoic, meditative, spiritual scripts, and I will translate exactly without cutting, adding, or flattening the emotional and symbolic tone. Dưới đây là bản dịch đầy đủ. Part 3, Practical Inner Tools and Spiritual Integration. There comes a point on the path of inner growth when philosophy is no longer enough. You cannot just understand with the mind. You have to live it. You have to feel it in every breath, every morning, every step you take. The realizations from the previous parts are only the doorway, but whether you walk through or not is your choice. This is why Stoicism is not a system of ideas to simply read, but a method to train, a path to practice, a journey of returning to yourself. And to walk that path, you need tools, not tools of the intellect, but tools of the soul. Nothing here is a task. They are rituals, sacred moments that help you rebuild your inner strength, that help you become the version of yourself life is calling you into. Let each ritual flow through you like water, without forcing, without straining, simply allowing it to become a natural part of you. Tool 1, the silence practice, the ritual of stillness. Imagine the early morning when the sun has not yet touched the window, when the city is still half asleep. You sit up, place your feet on the floor, and instead of reaching for your phone or scrolling to connect with the outside world, you give yourself 3 minutes to connect with the world within. Just 3 minutes. 3 minutes of pure stillness. 3 minutes to sit with yourself. No music, no words, no expectations. Only the breath. You breathe in, pure, and let your chest gently fill. You breathe out and let everything sink down and release. You inhale as if you are drawing light into your body. You exhale as if you are returning to the world every worry that no longer belongs to you. In those 3 minutes, you do only one thing: observe. Observe the ego, the small voice that wants to be loved, to be remembered, to be recognized. Observe the loneliness, the cold feeling that is in truth just an invitation to come home to yourself. Observe the fear of being left behind, the fear of not belonging. And most importantly, observe without judgment. Do not try to push the feelings away. Do not try to make them better. Do not try to fix yourself. Just observe. Because when you look at a river too closely, you only see the ripples. But when you step back, you see the whole current. In the same way, when you step back from your emotions, you begin to see their true nature. Silence is the flat, still surface of the water, and your soul will appear upon it. If you practice 3 minutes of silence every morning, you will begin to notice something. You no longer fear emptiness. You no longer fear the lack of connection. You begin to feel a sense of fullness arising from within. That is the first step into a new frequency. Tool 2, the circle of one, the ritual of self-acceptance. We grow up in a world that teaches us to believe our worth is defined by how many people see us, how many people message us, how many people follow us, how many people call our name. And so, when life falls silent, we think we are disappearing. But the truth is this: you do not need many people to prove that you exist. You only need you. Try a simple ritual whenever you feel not enough. Sit down. Place your hand over your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the breath. Feel the life that is happening inside you right now. And whisper to yourself, "This is enough. I am enough. I exist. I matter." You do not need anyone to confirm it. You do not need anyone to reply. You do not need someone to enter your life to make you more valuable. Your existence is already the proof. Your breathing is already the proof. Your awareness is already the proof. When you build your circle of one, you create a space within that no one can break. A circle in which you are the center, the root, the pillar. And the strange thing is this: only when you feel self-sufficient can you connect with others in a healthy way. Only when you stand firmly in yourself can you open your heart without losing yourself. And that is the foundation of every mature relationship. Tool 3, sacred boundaries. Establishing sacred line. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Not every soul is compatible with your soul. Not everyone is worthy of the light within you. The lack of friends is not always because you are missing something. Sometimes it is because you have started to say no to those who weigh you down, those who make your heart contract, those who make your energy shrink, those who come only for benefit, not for you. Boundaries are not cruelty. Boundaries are an act of honoring your soul. Ask yourself these 2 questions whenever you are unsure about a relationship. Who makes my soul shrink? Who makes my soul expand? When your soul shrinks, you feel defensive, anxious, unsafe. When your soul expands, you feel spacious, light, authentic. The one who makes you shrink is not your person. The one who makes you expand is the one life wants you to keep close. And sometimes the people who make your soul shrink are more numerous. That is why your social circle becomes smaller. But that is not a sign of lack. It is a sign that you are refusing misalignment, refusing depletion, refusing anything that does not respect the truth inside you. Protect your energy like a temple. Only allow those who know how to bow before your authenticity to enter. Tool 4, becoming the light. Becoming the light so the right people can find you. One of the greatest mistakes people make is thinking they must go out and find someone to fill their emptiness. But light never goes searching for anyone. It simply stands and radiates. And those who need that light, come. So what you need is not to search. What you need is to become. Live 100% true to your values. Say what you truly mean. Hold the standards your soul knows are right. Stand tall in your truth, even if it separates you from the crowd. Because if you shrink yourself, if you dim your light to match the surrounding darkness, those who could truly see you will think you do not exist. The right people will no longer recognize you. But if you live in alignment, if you keep your light intact, you emit a frequency that only those like you can hear. You do not need to shout to be seen. You only need to shine without asking for permission. Believe this: the right souls will recognize your light, even from far away. Ending of part 3. When you practice silence, you learn to listen. When you learn to be self-sufficient, you stop searching in the wrong places. When you set boundaries, you keep your energy pure. When you live as light, you become the lighthouse of your own life. And when your inner strength changes, your frequency changes. Then the right souls, those who are not afraid of depth, not afraid of truth, not afraid of light, will begin to understand the language of your soul. That is when the lack of friends is no longer lack, but becomes a sacred selection. Keep your breath slow. Keep your heart open. Let the journey continue to lead you into the deepest stillness of your soul. Now, we step into the final part, where all understanding dissolves into peace. Part 4. Stillness, descent, and spiritual closure. Let your body slow down, just a little. Let your breath grow softer. Because we are arriving at the final part of this journey, where every question dissolves into calm, where every silent transformation becomes clear. When you look back at the path you have walked, you'll notice something strange. All the moments that felt the most painful, the most lonely, the darkest, were actually doors opening to the deepest parts of you. From the feeling of being left behind, you learn to look within. From the long, endless silence, you learn to listen to your true voice. From relationships that drifted away, you learn to release old versions of yourself that no longer fit. This is the natural cycle of the soul: solitude, self-understanding, letting go, awakening. Solitude does not come to break you. It comes to wake you. It corners you into a space where everything false falls away and only the core of you remains, the part no one can ever take. One of the gentlest truths Stoicism offers us is this: the universe does not truly take anyone away. It simply returns to you the version of yourself you need for each stage of life. Those who leave are not failures. They are chapters whose pages have reached their end. Silence is not a punishment. It is the open space where you can finally hear the whisper of your soul. Upheavals are not chaos. They are impact points that allow you to see yourself more clearly. And sometimes to save you from the wrong relationships, to help you escape outdated versions of yourself, to pull you out of places no longer worthy of your energy, the universe chooses to make your life quiet. It knows you need space. It knows you need time. It knows you need stillness to be reborn. Because stillness is the home of the soul. The soul does not grow in noise. It grows in the pauses between worries, in the breath you hold before you exhale, in the moment you sit alone and realize you are no longer afraid the way you once were. And then one day you will see something miraculous. The right person does not arrive when you are lonely. They arrive when you are no longer afraid to be alone. When you are self-sufficient, when you stand steady in your own light, when you no longer shrink yourself to please anyone, you begin to radiate a very particular kind of energy. Quiet but powerful, gentle but sharp, not loud yet impossible to ignore. That energy is the signal that calls the right souls toward you. Not because you're chasing them, but because they recognize you. On this journey, never forget a simple yet awakening image. In the vast darkness of the night, even a small light is enough to guide the way. It does not ask who will walk beside it. It does not fear the darkness around it. It does not dim itself to blend into the night. It simply stands and shines. You are the same. You are that light. Light does not belong to the crowd. Light does not need many people around it to prove it exists. Light only needs to remain intact, to do the very thing it was born to do, to illuminate the paths that need its presence. So before we end, place your hand over your heart. Inhale slowly and feel the space opening inside you. Exhale long and let your worries leave the body. Once more, gently. Breathe in, breathe out. Let this silence wrap around you like a warm blanket. No words needed. No explanations. Just you and your breath. This journey does not end here. It has only just begun. And in this stillness, you will know you are no longer lost. Upgraded outro, stillness for sleep. If you are hearing these words, allow your body to slow down. Just a little more. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your heart find its gentle rhythm again. Everything you heard today, solitude, self-understanding, letting go, awakening, is settling inside you now. like tiny specks of light sinking to the bottom of a still lake. There is no need to force yourself to remember. No need to try to understand. Just let it all sink and become a part of you. Breathe in softly and exhale slowly. Each breath you release is a fragment of worry leaving your body. Each breath you keep for a moment is a small breeze of peace swirling in your chest. You are safe here. You are complete here. You are allowed to rest. Let your eyes close like two doors opening into stillness. Let your mind dissolve into the night, light as silk. The universe is holding you with the same quiet peace it used to create the stars. And as you fall asleep, remember that the light within you is still shining. No one can take it. Nothing can extinguish it. Sleep. You have already come home.